I'm joined by Sharmila, YSRTP Telangana Party leader. Sharmila, thanks very much for being with us. First up, we've seen all of those very dramatic images of you in that vehicle which was being towed away. What exactly happened?
Well, I should go back a little and tell you about the Padayatra also. Well, I have been on a 3,500 kilometer Padayatra, throwing light on the problems the people are facing and also asking KCR why he hasn't kept the promises given to the people. So while this Padayatra was going smooth and easy from our side, there have been protests, not the public protests, but they've been, attacks on us, I should say, in almost every constituency by the TRS cadre. But they took it to an entirely different level in Narsampet 1 day ago.
Sure. A caravan apparently of yours was burnt in Warangal, is that right?
Exactly. My bus was burnt there without any provocation at all. My bus was burnt there. The windshields of the bus and the cars around it were broken. My people were run over by their vehicles. My people were beaten up with rods. They created a ruckus. They created the law and order situation themselves, and then they gave the excuse of there is a law and order situation, and so they are arresting me. So they arrested me and they got me to Hyderabad. And what happened in Hyderabad is that we tried to parade these vehicles, that these gundas, the bus that they tried to burn and the windshields that were broken off the vehicles, we wanted to parade them before the Chief Minister's house, because we wanted the Chief Minister to see what their goons have done. So on the way to the Chief Minister's house, we were stopped, even though we were not the cause for the for the traffic jam there, because if you see the aerial visuals, you will clearly see that my bus was in one lane and that my car, the car that I was driving was in front of the bus. We were using only one lane, while the other 2-3 lanes were still open for public to use. But the police themselves came and jammed the whole traffic, parking their cars horizontally across, blocking all the lanes. And then they blamed me for the law and order situation, and then they said they're arresting me again on the road. So I refused to get down, and so they towed my vehicle to the police station, and then they held me there for 7-8 hours. And then they asked for a remand also. I do not see why they asked for a remand. Usually police ask for remand if they want to interrogate somebody, if they want more information on something.
Sharmila, your mother was also faced with a very difficult situation yesterday, right?
Exactly. All she wanted was to come and visit me, and but she was not allowed. She said she was house arrested too. So she kind of protested in her own way, saying that until you give me my freedom, I'm going to be on a hunger strike. Yeah.
What exactly is the goal of this Padayatra? What exactly is it that you're trying to promote?
Yeah, so we were trying to throw light on the problems of the people. Well, the people of Telangana are actually in dire need, because KCR promised them all kinds of things and has failed to fulfill any of them. He promised them waiver of loans. He promised them interest-free loans for women. He promised the people a job per house. He promised them if he will not be able to give a job, then he will, give some kind of a stipend to unemployed people, say 3,000 rupees every month. All these are the promises he made. He promised a double-bedroom house to all the poor households. He promised free fertilizers. He promised pension at 57 years. He made all kinds of wild promises, and none of them have been fulfilled. Not even one of the promises KCR has been able to uphold. So the whole point of this Padayatra was not only to remind the government of their failure, but also bring to the government's notice the problems the people were facing. Like, say for example, Upadhi Hami is something that, what is it called in English? Employment guarantee scheme. Yeah, so that happens, that used to happen in all its glory while Dr. YSR was Chief Minister. Now even for the work they do all the day, they just get, 50-60 rupees per day.
Okay, and your basic point is that you had police permission for your Padayatra, which was stopped.
Exactly, we did.
And therefore, what is the road?
We do have the police permission. Yes, we did have the police permission.
So what is the road
and
ahead now?
And yet the police failed to protect us, yes.
What is the road ahead for your protests?
Well, we are still going to talk about KCR's failed promises. We are still going to remind the government of its failures. We are still going to talk about his corruption, because the biggest scam of India today is the Kaleshwaram project. This is the biggest scam of India. I say it is the biggest because most of the funds came from, central financial institutions into this project, and all of them were siphoned off. Almost 70,000 crores of rupees was siphoned off in just one Kaleshwaram project. The Congress knows about it, the BJP knows about it, the BJP ministers themselves come and say that KCR has been using Kaleshwaram project as an ATM, but they don't do anything about it. Okay. So I am the only one who's talking about the corruption of KCR in the state of Telangana. I am the only one who's highlighting the problems of the people. I am the only one asking questions to KCR. So I think I am going to continue this Padayatra. Like I said, another whatever kilometers, a few hundreds of kilometers.
Sharmila, thanks very much for speaking to us.